Hi there, Rhino939 here. So this is a deck profile for Masked Heroes, Destiny's Heroes / Void Ogre Turbo. So this is like a fun deck that I've been trying out, and actually it's got some great combos, and it's still really good. I know a lot of people have been saying that since Levava Chain's been banned, this deck's nowhere near as good. But I think it still works. I mean, first turn you can still occasionally pump out 2 Void Ogres and a Dark Claw, which most decks just can't deal with. So, without further ado, let's get on to the deck profile. So we'll start with the monsters. First of all, we have 3 Elemental Hero. Just get down there. 3 Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. I mean, he's a great card, as I said in my hero deck profile. And he's just a great way to play this deck. And obviously, when he's sent to the grave, he doesn't just search normal heroes. He also he doesn't just search elemental heroes. He also searches the Destiny heroes, so you can get a malicious to hand or whatever you need at that moment. So he's still a great card in this deck. Furthermore, 1 Bubble Man just to facilitate the rank 4 plays. So far, this is standard heroes. But this is when it starts to get a little bit different. We got 2 Plague Spreader Zombie for those synchro shenanigans. One of the main engines of the deck is basically him plus this guy, Destiny Hero Malicious. Any of you who've seen most of these dark themed decks, that's how they work. It's the main engine of pumping out synchros, and it's really good, and you can just keep using them to get some great ones out. 1 Diamond Dude. He's alright, because when he mills a spell, you just get the effect of it, you don't have to pay the cost. So like if he does it to a Destiny draw, you just get to draw 2 cards, which is really good, but he's not that great because he's up a normal summon, so he's generally a Destiny draw target. 2 Dark Grepher. I've seen people play with 3, and I've seen people play with 1. I think 2's the way to go. 3's cloggy, 1's not enough. 1 Armageddon Knight to get what you need into the grave. 2 Summoner Monk, still run a lot of spells, still a great card, definitely should run it in any deck that runs loads of spells and wants to make some rank 4 plays. 1 Dark Armed Dragon, lots of graveyard manipulation in this deck, so it's a great way to go. Yeah, you all know what Dark Armed Dragon does, it's a great card. Right, so on to the spells. First of all, we've got 3 Destiny Draw. It's a great draw engine if you run Destiny heroes. It doesn't clog that much. You can discard it with Summoner Monk, and in general it just gets those pluses, especially if you mill it with a Diamond Dude, which doesn't happen that much, but it's great. 3 Hero Lives. Helps you get out that first turn Dark Claw, especially if you're going to do Synchro 2 at that time. Really helps out. 3 Mask Change. You all know what this does. Loads of dark hero targets in this deck, so Dark Claws and Anki's galore. 2 MST. This deck can fail hard to certain back row, like Vanity's Emptiness, so I think you need to main at least 2. 3 Reinforcement of the Army, loads of targets for it, mostly warriors in this deck. Similar thing, Allure of Darkness, we run loads of dark cards. Soul Charge, this card is amazing. If you draw it on your first turn, you're pretty much made. This can let you get out at least 2 Void Ogres and a Dark Claw, generally, if you draw the right cards otherwise, like a Malicious, and Dark Grepher, and Plague Spreader. It's a great card. I wish it was at more than 1. The fact that you don't have to give it your battle phase is great. You can still use it on the first turn. It's bad otherwise, but first turn it's still good. Then a Raigeki and Foolish Burial. So you should run those. That's it for the spells. Now on to the traps. We don't run many of them. Recall of the Haunted. I think that's really important in this deck because it lets you recycle stuff without, for example, getting Plague Spreader banished, and it's just a really good card. 1 Bottomless and 2 Mirror Force, because if you're running Dark Claw, you should run Mirror Force. He just banishes your opponent's field instead of just destroying it, so that's what's good. Now on to the extra deck. I'm not going to do the side for this one because I think that's personal taste really, and it depends what your locals are. 2 Dark Claw. I think 2's enough. You will know what Dark Claw does. He's a fantastic card. Stops them plussing. Stops them searching, and also just is a one-sided macrocosmos, so he's great. 1 Anki. He's a bit bigger than Dark Claw, so he can help you if you need to get over something. 2 Void Ogre, which is really important. It's an amazing card, especially against Necros. I mean, if you get 2 of those out first turn against Necros, in my experience, they just scoop. Like, they can't deal with him. In case you're wondering what he does, it's once per turn during either player's turn. When your opponent activates a spell or trap card, while you have no cards in your hand, you can negate the activation and destroy it. And because we run so much back row, well, spells and traps in this deck, you can often have no hand and you can burn through it. 1 Goyo Guardian. 1 Vulcan the Divine. He's still a great card. 1 BLs. 1 Stardust Dragon. I wish we had Stardust Spark in the UK, otherwise this would be a Stardust Spark, but unfortunately that's illegal here, so it's Stardust Dragon. Scrap Dragon. Great shenanigans with him and BLs. You can use BLs as your card to destroy, and obviously BLs doesn't get destroyed, so you sort of have unlimited fodder for him. That's it for the Synchros. Now for the rank 4s. Ragnar 0, deal with Cleaforts and anything else really. Honor Arc, self-explanatory. Castell. I prefer using Honor Arc and Castell rather than 2 Castell, but I guess that's personal choice. Cowboy, steals games. And Abyss Dweller for those graveyard decks. Now this is a really fun deck, and I find it's pretty consistent. I mean, it's not consistent as a pure hero build, but it's much more fun. There is one other card that I really want to test out and try and get in, and it's this guy, Destiny Hero Plasma. He's a one-sided skill drain. He's amazing, and obviously he's a Destiny draw target, so I guess I could put him in, but I just don't really know what to cut for him, to be honest. And he also requires 3 tributes, so it's quite annoying. But yeah, he is a great card. Like, yeah, he's just brilliant, so it's a good way to go. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe. I've got a few things coming up in my next few videos. Like, I'm going to do a difference between American and EU print cards, and also a Red Eyes deck profile. So see you next time.